G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website and YouTube channel Kangaroo Court of Australia. Now, opposition leader Peter Dutton, who could be Prime Minister in a few weeks, it's well known he did a lot of dirty deals when he was a Home Affairs Minister, probably when he was a Minister for other portfolios as well. But in this video, we're just going to focus on Paladin, which was a $532 million scam, and also the millions of dollars that Peter Dutton got paid for his childcare centres, which he ran through a trust to conceal exactly what he was up to. Now, the federal election is literally only weeks away. Some are suggesting it could be on April 12th, which is only 5 weeks away. But worst case scenario, it has to be in May, which is only an extra couple of weeks after that. Peter Dutton could be Prime Minister, and there's a lot of unanswered questions which shouldn't be unanswered given that he could be Prime Minister. Now, I'm about to show you 2 videos from 6 years ago. This one's on Paladin, self-explanatory. The figure they use in this video is less than the 532 million, but that's what it ended up totaling. Now I'll show you the video on Paladin, where Peter Dutton denies any knowledge or involvement.
Government officials have been grilled about awarding a security contract to a company based out of a Kangaroo Island beach shack. Paladin, which handles security for asylum seekers on Manus Island, didn't even have the money to begin work when it was given hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars.
This tiny shack on South Australia's Kangaroo Island was the registered address for Paladin, a security company that had almost no assets until it was handed almost $500 million of taxpayer money.
There is no specialty in this company, and indeed there's also questions as to connections to the PNG government.
And those questions are just the beginning, as officials from the Department of Home Affairs are grilled in Senate estimates about why contracts to provide security for asylum seekers on Manus Island have been given to Paladin. It's not the first time the government has been in hot water for handing over lots of cash without an open and competitive process.
First the Great Barrier Reef Foundation, now the Paladin Group. I mean, it's another day and another $500 million given away.
When it comes to the Paladin saga, the coalition is once again pointing the finger at the department. 10 News First understands that Peter Dutton visited Papua New Guinea just weeks before the first contract was handed out, but the minister maintains he had no part in the tender process.
Handing out $423 million, then saying, that's got nothing to do with me, it's my department. Well, hello, Peter, you're the minister.
But the government maintains the reason it has to spend so much on border security is because of what Labor did when it was in power.
Very costly issues, and that's as a consequence of Labor's failings on our borders.
Phoebe Bowden for 10 News First.
Now, this next video is on the millions of dollars that Peter Dutton got paid from the federal government for his childcare centres, which he owned with his wife, but they ran it through a family trust to conceal exactly what was happening. And so Peter Dutton could also have a plausible, deniable excuse for getting the federal government funds and then continuing as a politician. But if he becomes Prime Minister, guaranteed this issue is going to be raised again. So I'll show you the video on the childcare centres now.
More details have emerged about a multi-million-dollar flow of Commonwealth money into Peter Dutton's Brisbane childcare centres. In a stunning development, another senior legal expert says if Peter Dutton becomes Prime Minister, his decisions could be declared illegal by the High Court. Hugh Riminton has the latest.
Anyone despairing at our current national politics needs to consider this. If Peter Dutton becomes Prime Minister, according to a senior legal expert, his decisions could be struck down by the High Court.
The worst case scenario is as Prime Minister, he's rendering decisions that are completely legally invalid, and nothing he does as Prime Minister will stand under challenge in the High Court.
As 10 News revealed on Monday, Peter Dutton has a beneficial interest in 2 Brisbane childcare centres, which have been receiving direct childcare subsidy money from the Commonwealth. Section 44 of the Constitution disqualifies any MP from having any direct or indirect pecuniary interest in an agreement with the Commonwealth.
It's on its face that Mr Dutton is in a position where there are at least questions to be answered.
New details secured under Freedom of Information indicate the 2 centres have received more than $5 million in Commonwealth funding since 2010. Under sustained questioning in Parliament, the Prime Minister admitted he's taken Peter Dutton's word for it, that he's in the clear.
It is an issue of the eligibility for the member for Dixon. He has legal advice, but as I said, I've not read it.
The government's official source of independent legal advice is the Commonwealth Solicitor General, but by question time today, the PM admitted no one had bothered to ask him.
I'm advised by the Attorney General that advice has not been sought from the Solicitor General.
Why not? Yelled the Labor benches.
Will the Prime Minister be true to his word and refer the member for Dixon to the High Court?
The member for Dixon has advised me that he has legal advice that he is not in breach of Section 44 and I have no reason, therefore, to believe that he is.
Late this afternoon, however, government sources have told 10 News the Attorney General will be seeking advice from the Solicitor General. The question of Peter Dutton's constitutional eligibility is far too important to be left to rely on his own legal advice. Hugh Rimmington, 10 Eyewitness News.
So I've just shown you two videos with a lot of questions that have gone unanswered in relation to Peter Dutton, his suitability to be Prime Minister, in relation to allegations of corruption, and also legally, getting money from the federal government could breach the Australian Constitution, his eligibility to be a federal politician and certainly Prime Minister. Now, Paladin was a $532 million scam. There's an even bigger one, $1.8 billion, Construct, which is almost identical to Paladin in relation to the fact that it was a dodgy company set up on Peter Dutton's watch when he was Home Affairs Minister. Now, these issues in relation to Peter Dutton shows you what a failure the federal government, the federal eligibility rules are when they're not being enforced. It also shows you how allegations of widespread corruption with hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars if you add Construct into it, go uninvestigated. And while the old media getting around jumping up and down about Peter Dutton potentially doing dodgy share trades, which is a legitimate issue, but it's a minor issue in comparison to Paladin and Construct and also Peter Dutton's suitability or eligibility to be a Prime Minister and actually just to be a federal politician, are going unchallenged by the old media. But with the federal election just around the corner, I thought I'd put these couple issues on the table now so people could look at them. Obviously, Peter Dutton's done a lot more dirty deals than the ones I've just mentioned, but if we just focus on the two I've mentioned, which are documented in the old media from 6 years ago, I think everyone in Peter Dutton's electorate should be having a good look at this video. And please make sure you do your part to help shine a light on government corruption and share this video on social media. And please hit the like and subscribe button and notification button so you get notified every time I publish a new video. In Kangaroo Court of Australia's independent media, I publish a website and a YouTube channel, and I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself. And I need approximately 200 more monthly supporters to become financially viable. So if you could make a donation, it'd be greatly appreciated. You can donate any amount, $3, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30, $40, $50 a month, whatever suits your budget. It'll help out in a big way. Or you can do one-off donations. And the link for the PayPal account or Patreon account will be below this video on YouTube and also on my website. Or you can go to my website, Kangaroo Court of Australia, and click on the donations page for other donation options. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.